गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरो अनिराकरणम् अस्त्वनिराकरणम् मे अस्तु तदात्मनि। निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We'll chant third chapter, last mantra. Sa tasminneva akashe striyam ajagama बहुशोभमानाम् उमागं हैमवतीं तागं होवाच किमेतद्यक्षमिति सा ब्रह्मेति होवाच ब्रह्मणो वा एतद्विजये महीयत्वम् इति ततो हैव वेदांचकार ब्रह्मेति. So you heard that Indra had the faith and patience. What characterizes a seeker's success is his ability to visualize the future spiritual success, even in the most disastrous failure. The ability to conceive, visualize that success which is in the future, although present there is no clue about it. The surety of the future joy, future knowledge, future fulfillment that can be in 10 years, 20 years, one birth. That is the fuel for the sadhana in the present. By present failure, if you start gauging the future only, you won't have energy left to continue on this path. Because when a seeker starts, there are more of factors which pull him down than lift him up, especially from his nature. You are working against your lower nature. You are working against ahankar. You are working against vasanas. You are working against avidya. And therefore the success will be very little in the beginning. But if you have faith, you start seeing the future success and surety is there that there is a way out. There can be a way out. I may be slow, but sure. This keeps your effort intact. I have seen many seekers who either don't do sadhana, either they give up. Because they don't see much change in themselves. They don't see much, much progress what is promised. And that makes their mind, I do or I don't do, it is all the same only. And that is a discouraging factor for them. But the capacity, Shraddha itself means that you can see the most brilliant day and your Jivan Mukti, your liberation in the most binding mind also. And this is where Indra excelled in his failure also. Although he didn't have any opportunity to converse with the Yaksh, he could have been more discouraged. And like others, he also should have gone back. and all three should lament that how we are unfortunate, how we are bad, instead of doing all things lamenting. He had the faith, thou, to stand there and pray and keep his tapasya on. So, never give up in this path. It needs the heart of a lion. Then only you can face your spiritual failures. From every failure, discover a new commitment, a new patience. Every failure tells that you needed more tapasya, you needed more austerity, you needed more courage than what you have. Failure doesn't tell that you did not do anything. Failure tells your efforts are not sufficient. You needed more of what you are giving. You are giving 20%, 50% is required. Again you start, again you equip yourself and muster enough inner resilience that you can walk on this path. Don't return like Agni and Vayu Devata. Actually, in any field of action, forget about spiritual, any field. It can be scientific field, it can be historical field. It is, the history is the name of few people who could face big failures. And from that failure, they discovered new ways and new dhriti and new determination to walk with more intensity, more vigor. So those who are not having that, they don't walk for a long time. So result was there. So he said, who is that? He prayed that may I get the knowledge of who was this Yaksh. And prayer is the merging of your helplessness with God's powerfulness. When you conduct the marriage of your helplessness with God's omnipotence or powerfulness and give a word to this marriage, this is called prayer. No? And it worked. He didn't know who will come, but we remember yesterday. So, in that space only, Striyam Ajagama, one Devi came, Bahu Shobhamanam. She was heavily decked with all the ornaments. Uma, Parvati, her name is Haimavatin. Haimavatim has two meanings. One is full of gold. Hema, people have Hema naam, no? Hema. Don't know Hema? Who? Areva. Rena's daughter is called Hema. Son is Adesh. Adesh, no? Something like that. Hema. Common name. Hema. So, it's full of gold. And also daughter of Himavan. That is also both the meaning Bhashyarya has given. But I'll take your attention to. ठीक है ना? So don't, this is the path of not small people. Even if you don't make runs, at least be on the crease. Someday you will start making run. Don't leave the crease. Just be there. In my childhood, my grandfather taught me one English poem of Milton. Name was Paradise Lost. So in that one line always inspired me. They also serve who stand and wait. This is the very popular line. They also serve who only stand and wait. So please have that inner resilience in you. Sometimes when I see somebody retreating from some big challenge, I felt if he was there for little more, he would have conquered it. If he had stood there for little more time, he could have got it. He left it. And it has become a habit to leave it now. Prarabhyate na khalu bhaya bhayena vikna. Those who are small people, they don't start out of fear. Don't be like that. Anyway, let me come to Uma. So, if you remember, I said yesterday while concluding that we will see why she was so much full of ornament and why she was so most beautiful. Bahu Shobhamanam. She was very beautiful also. Plus ornament is also there. So Bhashkarya writes, those who have Bhashya, I think you must have underlined that point. Sarvesham hi shobhamananam shobhanatamam vidyam tada bahu shobham shobhamaneti visheshanam uppannam bhavati. Anywhere beauty is of knowledge. What gives the beauty to a person is his knowledge, even secular knowledge. If you need somebody is engineer or somebody is a tech person, IT person, because what is Vidya is defined as Sa Vidyaya Vimuktaye. Every knowledge liberates you from some problem. Even if you know plumbing, your plumbing problem can be sorted in your house. Even simple thing of putting the bulb is there. If you know how to put the bulb, this bulb, then you don't have to search him. So you can easily go and adjust the bulb. Some people can't do this also. For every small thing they search him. Or you put how to, the screw is there. How to use a screwdriver and unscrew it and put the wire. So you have an additional value because you are solving some objective problem. Vidya means through which you increase the solution at the objective level if the Vidya is objective. If you know electrician's work, if you know plumbing work, if you know the work of architect, what to say. So more any person has knowledge in any area, more he will be valued in his profession. And therefore, salary is not decided by the amount of work you do. Your salary is decided By how difficult problem can you solve? Because labor is working more than the CEO of the company. As far as physical work is concerned, the laborer is very hard working. And the person who is a top notch in that company, he will come for 3-4 hours and his salary will be very high. I have known people who have a very thick salary, and when I discovered what for they get, so the answer I got was that they can solve that problem which others don't have the skill to solve. And that is why the company runs, because of such people. Therefore, they are retained. Their salary may be hundreds of thousands of dollars. Dollars, not rupees, dollars. Now, a pilot's salary is quite high. Salary of a pilot, commercial pilot. Because to get a skill of pilot is not easy. And we have a shortage of pilot. A life of 700 people in the Boeing is in the hand of 2 people. So imagine 700, 800 people. And these 2 persons are there, how important their role is. And for that they have to study, they have to pass many tests, and regularly they have to go for retest. So their hours of flying are that you have 9,000 hours of flying and so on. And therefore they have a very important and crucial role. A nurse will have a lesser salary than the compounder. Compounder is there. Nurse chalo, then the doctor chalo. Nurses may be money, but the doctor has studied more. Although nurse also take 3-4 years to study. Nurse is 3 year or 4 year. 4 year, oh. But their study is more difficult than the nurse's study. The pharmacists also study, but the doctor's study is difficult than the pharmacist study. So Vidya is there, therefore if you come to the doctor, he solves your problem. He said, I think you have stone, I suspect, or you have stone in your head also. So there is a possibility. Only in kidney and gallbladder stone is the head, a stone is not there. Then why we are so hard-headed? So, or if you go to the dentist, you don't know how to tackle that. You don't know what is root canal, how to do root canal. It takes many years to understand these things. They have the name for all the teeth is there. We only say balcony. बोले कहाँ दर्द बोले balcony tooth is a pain. This is ground floor, this is balcony. But in their dental terminology, there is a name for all the numbers is there. And they will examine, they will do X-ray, they will do all these things, and they will go into details, they will clean it up, they will drill, they will put injection, all this skill is there, Vidya is there. So you went with the pain and your pain has subsided at least. By my experience is like that. So he has sorted out some objective problem. Water was dripping And he came plumber, he found and the water is dripping, this stopped. Or supposing somewhere light was not coming and this electrician came and he sorted out. He said, thank you. Everywhere little knowledge also gives lot of objective joy. You are free from some objective problem. And therefore these people are paid for that knowledge only. Your salary is dependent, I told you, not about amount of hard work, but how difficult problem can you solve. They were medical also, those who are specialists, their fees is more than those who are not specialists. If you go to orthopedic, if you go to what is it called, ophthalmologist, so their one consultancy fees will be more than the GP's fees, right? Quite heavy. Specialists they are, because they are rare to find out. Neurosurgeons fees, neurophysicians fees, because they have studied more on that subject. They have passed more difficult tests and examinations, I think. I don't know, but I suppose it must be like that. They have attended many more conferences at international level. They have submitted papers. They have updated with the latest technological developments also. And therefore, when they come in the hospital, they have a bigger value. One operation, 100,000. Ask Prithviraj. 100,000. No? One operation. Huh? More than this. Huh? The doctor will be also getting that. Dekho itna fees. Only thing is that they have to, in the spine they have to find out where is this L4, L5. For us all are same. And right disc is there. They have to really put a right disc and something they put here, and such a small work is there. Such a small work they operate on, and one day many operations they do. My point is that objective vidya is so important. A person has such a value. And therefore you see he is that, so you are very active. Oh, you are a professor in the university. Okay. You are head of the department. Okay. You are a pilot. Okay. You are an engineer there. Yes. You are a chartered accountant. Yes. You are in awe slightly. Therefore, studies was very important in your childhood. You are forced to study, go and study. In my house, I never heard that after 7 o'clock I was not on my study table. 7 p.m. I mean. You have to be on the study table by 7 p.m. latest. No question that you are not there on the study table. And that was another that I started reading Gita in the study table. Because the objective science, it has given you comfort, convenience, communication, and long life. C is 3C. Comfort, convenience, and communication, and longevity. I am summarizing it. It has reduced the distances. They say it's a global village now. The sense organs capacities has been increased. Eyes could not see, but I can see it in America what's happening. I couldn't hear, but I can hear. With the telescope, I can see the stars. With the microscope, I can see the bacteria. They could see the size of corona. How did they see that? Therefore, the name corona came. Like a crown, it is there. How did you see? I did not see. How they have instrument to see that. Very highly sophisticated microscopes are there. They can go into it. But all the objective sciences could not take sorrow. World is not a happier place after so much of Vidya at the objective level. There are hundreds of medical colleges. There are thousands of engineering colleges. There are thousands of law colleges. There are thousands of accounts colleges. And people are breaking their head. But sorrow has not gone. Sadness has not gone. Because I'm engineer, doctor doesn't mean I'm not sad. Maybe I'll be more sad. And therefore, now another knowledge came that is called knowledge about the self. And this knowledge is called most beautiful knowledge. Shobhamananam shobhatamam vidyam. All knowledges are beautiful. But among all knowledges, this is the most beautiful. Why? Because it takes away fear, it takes away ignorance, it takes away sorrow, it takes away transmigration. Fourth thing. Again, say I could not write. First, it takes away fear. Because there is nothing else that I could have fear. Adihi bhagavo brahma vidyam varishtham sada sadbihi sevamanam nigodam yaya chirat sarva papam vyapoya parat param purusham yati vidwan guruna dukkhena pina vichalyate Bhagavan Krishna says. Well, let sorrows after sorrows fall on you, but you will not be affected by that. Death is standing in front of Parikshit ji, and Parikshit ji does not know. Imagine that. You know, next Monday, snake is going to bite you. Supposing you know that. And not ordinary snake, this Takshak snake. And you know that there is no remedy, I'll be dying after that straight away. Not that I'll go for some balm. It is not a rat snake. It is a terrible snake. And he is hearing Bhagavad. And 7 days are over. And Takshak has already started from that direction. And at that time the knowledge is so great that Parikshit ji said to his Guru that you may go now. I am already established in Brahman. I have no knowledge about my body. Let the snake bite, doesn't matter to me. Gajab hai. I mean, Takshak is coming to bite and he is totally free from all anxiety and all. Imagine yourself in the place of Parikshit. हम लोग पहले मर जाते यार. Out of Takshak need not come and bite. पहले ही मर गए, खत्म हो गए, डर के मारी खरका. He had a massive heart attack. तक्षक बोले हम क्या वेस्ट हो गया टाइम. लेकिन फियर चला गया इतना बड़ा. डेथ का फियर चला गया, खोने का फियर चला गया, एंजाइटी चली गई. दिस नॉलेज टेक्स न बिबेति कुतश्च नेति. तैत्रीय यद उदरम अंतरम कुर्ते तस्य भयम भवति. He knows that I am not this body mind. I have no relative. I am that consciousness, and therefore there is no fear. But it may be appearing very distant dream because fear is very close to us. For everything there is a fear. For everything we have a fear. If we see insect, we have fear. Forget about the snake, etc. We see the time, fear is there. Oh my God, I am late. For everything there is a fear. Future we think we have fear. If we go to the airport, we have fear, I may not miss the flight. We are sitting on the airport, we feel, oh my God, have you taken passport or not? Where is passport? Where is it? Fear is there. Immigration, fear is there. For everything we have fear. Made fear is there. Let him not live. And this knowledge takes you from all fear. This is number one point. कितनी सुंदर बात है. परीक्षित जी बैठे हैं. परीक्षित जी goes into samadhi. And that takshak comes. He didn't run away. I'm supposing a snake comes, seeing a snake, people run away. And supposing a snake is approaching, then what state is there? कितना डरने वाली बात थी. Such a high condition of fearfulness was there in the situation. And Parikshit is in samadhi. Takshak comes, bites him, Parikshit dies, the whole body is inflamed. Inflamed means in flames, not inflamed. In flames. And he is quiet. He got moksha. This is the glory of Bhagavat. What a knowledge. इसी लिखा है बहुशोभमानानाम. And this is not only one. Bhavo jnana tapsa puta madbhavam agata. In 4th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjun, don't think you are a pioneer in this. Many people have already attained the self. Bhavo jnana tapasa. Bahu means at least 3. And plural of bahu, bhavaha. Okay. So first thing is fear goes away. Second thing what? Huh? No. Knowledge is there. By knowing one, all is known. Dhyan dena. Kasminu bhagavo vigyate sarvamidam vigya. Nothing else is remained to be known after that. This is in Chandogya. And same thing is said in Bhagavad Gita. Yad gyatva neha bhuyonyad gyatavyam avashishyate. Arjun, knowing this, nothing else is remaining to be known, because you will know that I alone am there. Second point. क्या knowledge है ना? अच्छा, in other knowledge, when you know something, you know how less you know. In this Brahma knowledge, you feel there is nothing else to be known. I have known everything. Because I alone am. Every knowledge you go and go, I have very less I know. Here there is nothing else. Second point. Third point, there is no sorrow after that. Why? Because incompleteness in I is not there. I am of the nature of Purnatvam. I am of the nature of completeness. I am of the nature of non-divisible consciousness. I cannot be cut. Nainam chindanti shastrani. Nainam dahati pavaka. Weapons cannot cut me. Fire cannot burn me. Air cannot dry me. Water cannot wet me. I am that. You may kill the body. Doesn't matter. ऐसे इसको बोलते हैं saint हो गया. Because sorrow is the experience of negligence in self, smallness in self, forced in smallness on yourself is sorrow. But I cannot be made small, because I am not in time and space. We have heard this point in earlier chapters. Okay? So I am not a saddable person. Saddle? Not saddle. Saddable. Well, what is this English? This is Vedantic English. Inverted comma you can put on. I am not saddable. You can't make me sad. Acha. Gurudev used to say in Siddhavadi, somebody says, Swami, sorry, I am sorry I am troubling you. He said, you can try, you can't trouble me. ऐसे बोलते हैं महात्मा लोग. And Bhagavan started Bhagavad Gita. Prahasanniv Bharata. Arjun was crying and Bhagavan was smiling. Tamuvaja Rishikesha Prahasanniv Bharata. ये है मुस्कुराहट इनकी. So you cannot be sad because there is nothing else that you feel I am very small. I am not small. See, the Mahatmas are there. Quiet, Shanti. Every day I repeat this point that sorrow is not situational. Sorrow is interpretational. I think every class say the same thing in various ways. 2-3 topics come in each class. One is about ahankar. Another is about sorrow. And third is about, of course, Bhagwan and self is there. No? So don't feel, he made me small. No, he brought out your hidden smallness. He didn't make me small. You are some bread or what that he can cut you. Only he neglected me. No, he brought out your hidden negligence that you had. You had a low opinion about yourself. He only brought it out. And what you are saying that he made me feel low, you only neglect yourself. Your self-neglect, you are superimposing on him and saying that he neglected me. You have neglected your own self. You looked yourself down actually. You only brought out that issue. Understand? Nobody neglected you. You neglected yourself, and that was unmanifest, and he only brought out your neglect. How can he neglect you when you know and I am not neglectable? Supposing somebody calls you, hey girl, you will only love, well, I'm not girl. How much he may try? If you are a man, and if he calls you a girl, you will only smile, he said, I'm not a girl. And if you are a girl, somebody calls you, oh man, you will not say, I'm not a man. How much he may try, but you will say, no, I'm not man. Because you are convinced about fact, I'm not a girl or I'm not a woman. Somebody calls, hey camel. So you say, I'm not a camel, bhai. How much he can force you, but you will never accept I am a camel. Well, I am very tall, but I am not a camel. Well, but no, you are a camel. Let us go to the desert. He said, no, I am not a camel. It is when you are not having your inner concept and notion, then you are easily gullible. So third point. So Brahma Vidya has fearlessness, has knowledge of that you alone are, and it has the completeness in I. And consequently, 4 point, your transmigration is not there. Next birth cancelled. That means not cancelled, falsified. That means number of new baby that you had to become. That you are not going. Many accident you had. Many times you had to cry for husband, wife. You have to cry because husband will die, wife will die, or not dying, as the case may be. Or, doctor you have to visit, or you are short of money, or you had good time, or child is not okay, or daughter is not getting married. There are million problems in million births, all go away by knowledge. गजब है. ज्ञानाग्नि दग्ध कर्माणम तमाहु पंडितम बुधा. क्या बढ़िया नॉलेज है. All other knowledge, you may be a best doctor, best engineer, best scientist, but sorrows don't go. And therefore, this knowledge is most and most beautiful because of these 4 factors. Fearlessness, number 2, I alone am. Number 3, of the nature of fulfillment, no vacancy in I, and number 4, punarjanma is not there. So abhayapradayatvat, sarvatmakatvat, second point, purnatvat, and samsar dagdhatvat. Samsar dukh dagdhatvat. Because of 4 reasons, this knowledge is Hemavatim. This is most beautiful knowledge in this world. And therefore, devatas are also going to have this knowledge. Okay. And therefore, earlier people used to go to Himalayas, they used to live in the caves, they used to meditate, just to abide in that knowledge. It is the glory of saints like Gurudev that brought the knowledge in front of your house. It came in towns. Later on it came in towns and cities. It was not given in towns, especially Vedantic knowledge. They were not allowing it. He said they are not qualified. सुना ये आपने, इसको बोलते हैं उमाम हेमवती. Without this knowledge, sorrow doesn't go. Without this knowledge, fear doesn't go. Without this knowledge, inferiority and superiority complex doesn't go. Chalo. So, this is one meaning of Uma. And of course, second meaning is he is the daughter of Himavan. And Athva Uma eva Himavataha duhita Himavadim nityam ema sarvagyen Ishwarena sah vartate iti gyatum samartha. As she is the wife of Parmeshwar. And to her, this Indra said, Kimetad yakshamite. Who is this yaksha? Don't forget what's going on. इतनी बड़ी knowledge है, बताओ आप. People leave the houses and go and study. They serve the teacher. Sarve Vedayat Padama Mananti. All the Vedas are after that. So how lucky we are that we have this knowledge. Sa Brahmeti. So that Uma. So he asked this question, Indra asked this question, that who was the Yaksh? Why should he ask this question? He shouldn't have asked the question. Why did he ask? देखो जो अध्यात्म में the question was there, what is behind the mind? This is in Adhidev, who is the Yaksh. Same question of the first mantra, of the first chapter, that Keneshitam Padati Preshitam Mana. Why did he ask this question? Because he knew that there is someone because of whom, who is all powerful. All power is his only, and therefore the blade of grass could not be burned, and it could not be lifted even a wee bit. That means he is Ishwar only. Actually, this much Indra must have, because he is already all the Devatas. Above Devatas are only Ishwar only. So Indra must have known that he is Ishwar. But Indra's question was not that he must have known that he is Ishwar. But Indra's question was, what is this Prabhav and Swarup of Ishwar? तो पता चले गया होगा कि ईश्वर है ये भगवान है. भाई सारे देवता तो यहीं खड़े हैं. All devatas are already there. I am the main devata. I am there. They all follow me. So then I am confused. Then there is above me. There is somebody else. God must be there. Who is that? What is the prabhav and what is the swarup of that God? What is the influence and what is the nature of that God? This is the question of Indra. Otherwise, why Devi will come just to answer this question? Bhai, agar Brahma Vidya has taken a form, she will talk about Brahma only. She will not say Yaksh tha wo. वो तो हमको ही पता है. That I also knew. Oh. Sa brahmeti hovacha. So she said, so देखो क्या बोलते हैं. Then she told to him. Who told to whom? Uma told to Indra. So sa hovacha. Sa hovacha. So tad brahmasit. Don't relate sa with Brahma. Sa Brahma hova. Don't, if you don't know how to study, read Sanskrit, don't read it. Don't mix. Here is not English word. She goes to college. Suddenly the she will be connecting with the goes. It's not like that. Here sa is not connected to Brahman here. So here sa will be connected to uvach. And tat Brahma. बोले वो ब्रह्म है. This is Brahma Vidya. And she said by Indra, Brahmano va etad vijaye. Etad is adjective, adverb here. So in this victory of the Brahma means Ishwar, Yuyam Mahiyadvam. Yuyam means Yuyam. Dvitiya Bahuvachan. Yuyam, Apratma Bahuvachan. Aham, Hare, Tvam, Yuam, Yuyam. So, Etad Vijay, Mahiyadvam, that Yuyam Mahiyadvam, you are all glorified. Okay. You are all glorified. So, I'll just touch the Bhashya here. Bhashya says, here her means indeed. Avadharanartham. Brahmana Ishwarasya Vijay Ishwarenev Jitasura Yuyam. This victory was by Ishwar only. Please note, two things Uma Devi is telling. One thing she is telling that any power belongs to God only. And second thing she is telling that Swarupataha only he is Brahman. Any power belongs to Ishwar, and Swarup is the one that is of the nature of completeness. These 2 points are being told here. Shakti, please note, Shakti belongs to Shaktiman. Shakti does not belong to Mr. Jeev. What you said? लो. हाँ तो लो, देवता भी ठीक है. देवता भी जीवी है. If Shakti belonged to Jeev, Jeev would have had, but the Jeev ki Shakti बोले यार, you are not feeling very weak. How are you? Feeling very weak. What happened? Don't know. Did you have breakfast? No, I am not. I have asked to keep the breakfast. I am feeling very weak also. I just want to lie down. What are you want to eat something? No. You want to have some juice or some orange juice? No, I don't want to have anything. You're not talking to me with lot of love. Weak चली गई इसकी शक्ति. You must have experienced when weakness is there. Weakness is there. So when the doctors talk, from the voice they can make it out that this person is weak or not. You cannot say, I'm feeling very weak. Your voice, Your voice doesn't say that. You are sounding very fit and fine. No weakness I am seeing in you. Shakti chali gayi. I can't walk today. Pain is there. जीव की शक्ति है ही नहीं, इस बात को आप पकड़ लो अच्छे से. And therefore, Janak ji had put that bow. That bow which was of Shivji, nobody could hold that bow other than Ishwar. Pinak was the name of that bow. So Shivji gave it to Janak ji. And I told you one day, Sita ji was a small child. She said, Pitaji, why don't we do Abhishek of the whole bow of Shivji has handled this and make it pure and clean it. She said, we cannot lift it. She lifted like this. Janakji was awestruck. He closed his eyes and saw that she is Shakti. And therefore, that day only he decided that Shakti should be married to Shaktiman. Ishwari should go to Ishwar only. Power should be married to powerful only. And therefore, he put a condition that anybody who can break... It's easier to say that, please come and wait, Sita. If I say, please, anybody has lost his watch, please take. But you add one more condition, after giving proof. When everybody can change my watch. So you say, please give the genuine proof. Okay, which watch is there? Which company watch is there? I don't know. Which color is there on the dial? I don't know. Bhaga se. When it was your watch, you should have known something about your watch. कुछ तो बताओ उसमें, कुछ नहीं निशान बताओ. Give some sign about the watch. If Sita ji belongs to you, you should then lift the bow and say that I am the Ishwar. That condition, Janakji, was very difficult. Nobody can fulfill that actually. Condition was, if anybody is God, he alone can take Sita ji. And therefore nobody could even budge that. Ravan chap chua nahi hatha. Ravan didn't touch. Ravan was very intelligent. He said, why to get my insult? सब नृप भय जोग उपहासी जैसे बिनु विराग सन्यासी. All those who could not break the bow and fell down, they are all a laughing stock, as the sannyasi without dispassion is a laughing stock. सब नृप भय जोग उपहासी जैसे बिनु विराग सन्यासी. If Shakti was of anybody, then Bhagwan, without touching only the bow, broke. And Sita ji was with Ramji. Anyway, she was always with Ramji. So power doesn't belong to you. Only power expresses through you because of your punya. A worm also has a power. But worm's punya is very less, so very little power is there. Worm's power is very less. Lizard's power is very less. Lizard doesn't have a power of thinking. Or the power of, what is it called? Lion is only to grab and to eat. Lion cannot do jap. Lion cannot love anybody. Lion cannot sit in meditation. No animal's body is meant for meditation because it is like that. वो पुण्य नहीं है ज्ञान का, वो शक्ति नहीं है उसके पास. More punya means he has more power, more expression is there. He has lot of knowledge. That means he has lot of Punya is there, lot of medium of expression is too much. This was told by Brahma Vidya to Indra. So power wise also, well, you are boasting. Tatra nimitt matram tasseva vijayuyam mahidvam. If he had not expressed his power, you would not be able to do it. If some power expresses through you, should thank the all-powerful for today you gave me the power to express. Thank you so much, God. I could talk, I could hear, I could eat, I could walk, I could lift, I could think. At least today I have some power. Thank you so much. I could understand this topic. This was one point of Uma. Second point was Swarup. That your Swarup, he was the Brahman by nature. This is a hidden thing said here. Tato hai Vidanchakara. Actually, this plural is Vidanchakru. It is a Chandas Prayog. Sanskrit student, please note. Vidanchakru should be there. It is Vidanchakara. Because Vidanchakara means they all knew it. They all knew it. Vidanchakruhu. They all knew it. So, when this was going on, Indra told to other devatas, बोले तुम लोग भी आ जाओ यार. भाई अग्नि, वायु, है जातवेद. आओ तुम लोग भी आ जाओ. उनको भी सुनाएगा ये. So मिथ्याभिमानस्तु युष्माकम एव अयम अस्माकम एव अयम विजय अस्माकम. You were unnecessarily boasting and doing like this. It was not your victory. It was not your victory. It was only expression. The bulb cannot boast, I am the electricity. Bulb is only a medium of expression of electricity. Bulb cannot say it is my light. It is dishonest. It is not your light. You are a medium to express the light. Moon cannot boast that it is my light. It is the sunlight it is reflecting to you. Moon cannot boast. Similarly, what light is coming through you, power coming through you at Adidev level is only of one only, because it will all go away. Therefore, sometimes you hear in Puranic stories, he cursed, he lost his Shakti. He became, immediately Nahush became a snake. Or Yamala Arjun, the tree, Nalkubar and Manigriv became, they lost the power. If you remember that. They were all son of Kuber, they became a tree. Power khatam ho gayi. Ek power khatam, power off ho gayi. Somebody cursed and he became like that. So that is in his hand. So what is your victory is not your victory. He has expressed more through you today. That's the only point. He has given you victorious. He has made you victorious. It is his end product this day. If you could sing well, if you could talk well, if you had a good day, if you had a good relations, if you are able to understand certain thing, somebody else was operating through you. So you have to thank that. That is called puja. And essence is Brahman. That we will see tomorrow. We will go into last chapter. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha.